Why is Finka being picked so much? Wasn't she trashed on like a year ago? Finka is the strongest operator right now in Rainbow Six, and there's no secret to it. If you've been gone from Siege for a while, welcome back because you're just in time. Going back a few years ago, Finka has always been looked down upon an insanely low pick rate. Her boost messed up her recoil and had a really bad kit with no way to destroy any gadget. Little did the Siege community know she was about to start flipping everybody's expectations upside down and creating this dark meta. I'm gonna walk you guys through on how to maximize your potential with Finka from her gadgets, positioning, and loadouts. The loadout is crazy good. We have the spear, which is a high damage assault rifle with easy recoil for players who don't know how to control the recoil. Now I see y'all putting the suppressor on for satisfying sound, but I don't know about that one, Chief. Next, I don't even need to explain it, as you guys have probably heard the thousands of bullets being fired each game. She is one of the victims of the LMG meta, and where people don't need brains. They can just aim with a 100-round mag and it takes them 2 shots to kill someone. Now, unless you're looking for someone close range rush, I don't recommend using the shotgun, but use it at your own discretion. Finka has one of the best loadouts on the attacking half, and to this day, I still see people not maximizing her potential, on top of how good she is. After playing her for many hours, she honestly has become a crutch for many people. She's even getting banned over Thatcher and Jackal, as we know that they both hold the record for the most banned attackers in the game by miles. She wields the Gon 6 that is extremely handy as your secondary. You should be running the Gon 6 over pistols, as your kills will come from your main weapon. Coordinate with your team and have them throw flashbangs to destroy anyone Midas, Aruni Gates, or Jaeger devices before using the Gon 6. And even if there's no bulletproof gadgets to destroy it, it has a unique sound that might alert any enemies on the map. You can actually trick your enemies by sending the Gon 6 through a window, adding more pressure to them. It kind of gets them looking behind them when there's actually nobody over there. It's also a great way to bypass barricades by surprise. And next we have one of the best parts of Finka, her grenades. To this day, it seems that people still don't know really how to use a grenade properly, and even sometimes finding themselves in early death by an accident. So to get better with nades, I recommend this simple process. I recommend that you go into a T-hunt and just practice blowing yourself up. I want you to blow yourself up, that way you kind of get used to how fast the blinkers go before you should start letting it go. Next, go still be in the T-hunt, and I want you to practice cooking your grenades. Pick a ceiling or a wall next to you about 7 meters away. Now try to time it with the grenade after practicing it. Try to let it impact right as it reaches the wall. That way you can nade people from below. And then lastly, go into a quick match or even in your ranked games and just practice it. You're gonna nade yourself a lot. Even to this day, sometimes I nade myself. It happens, but it all just takes practice. And there's really, I wouldn't try to go off any blinkers because you're always going to be a different part of the map with different distances. So just get used to the blinker and, just kind of wing it. Now, if you're ever solo queuing and you can't really get a shield, I recommend trying to see if you can destroy the shield vertically with the grenade. For example, on Oregon, if you see a shield on the kid's doorway, you can go below in classroom or in Z Hall and you can grenade it from below and destroy it. Now let's talk about positioning throughout the game. Where should you be and how should you really be the role in the team? Now you might see in competitive, Finka is kind of like the entry operator. She's always in front of the team. I really recommend that in ranked, you kind of be in front of your team as well. Even if you're solo queuing, you can also play safer, but most of the time, since you're the entry, you kind of need to get those early picks. Now let's talk about the boost, which is the adrenaline surges that are her gadget. They are really fun to use and it makes your screen go all blue. Now I think a really rookie mistake of using Finka is popping the surge when everybody already has full HP, or just popping it just, for the fun of it. The only times I recommend popping the adrenaline surge when everyone's at full HP is if you're about to enter a risky gunfight. That way you can at least get one off. Make sure throughout the round to keep an eye on your teammates' health. If someone ever takes a little bit of damage, boost them up. It can actually save their life. And if you didn't know already, Finka can also revive teammates from anywhere on the map as long as you press the button if they're in a safe area. As much as you are the entry, no matter what in ranked, it's also good if you stay alive towards the end of the round. That way anybody can take as much damage as they need to, and also getting those boosts in as well, because all that health can really add up to a lot of saving. And not only for health, Finka boosts are also really good for clearing out if you ever get flashbanged, LMI'd, or any kind of trap on you. If you Finka boost, it will take away those effects and it's very, very useful in those situations. Now, a personal question people kind of ask me, why do I use the spear over the LMG? Over these many hours I've had on Finka, I've kind of figured that the LMG, even though it is probably the best weapon in the game, people always tell me that I'm trolling if I'm not using it. In my opinion, I think the spear is just as good. With the 2x scope, I'm able to, get those gunfights from a little bit far away. And also with very low recoil, it's a very satisfying weapon to use. So if you're ever like me and you find yourself liking the AR a little bit better than the LMG, because in my opinion, I think the LMG it's a little slow in ADS time sometimes, and it's overall feels like a pretty heavy gun. But don't get me wrong, sometimes I do use it in close quarters. It's better than the spear in those situations, but I think as long as you take your gunfight smart, it doesn't really matter what weapon you have. So if you find yourself liking the spear better than the LMG, go for it. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. The last thing I want to give you guys is, after these hours I've built up on Finka, I want to give you guys kind of an example of a round that I use her on, and I want to kind of break it down for you guys. All right, so from the beginning of this round, I'm using my drone to kind of keep it outside, so that way if I ever need to leave a flank cam or get info on the utility, I have it. So I'm just leaving my camera outside. I don't need to get it wasted. Right here, walking out of spawn, and the reason I like the spears with the 2x, I'm able to scope out spawn peaks a little bit easier too. And that single shot, just the recoil is so fun to use. So right here, shooting down the barricade, keeping a distance from any C4s. I'm using my drone right in the beginning. I'm getting info for the team and seeing that we need to get the prep wall open. So I see Maverick is about to go in here, so I immediately go for his refrag and kind of cover him right here. So now that we have bakery control, we've gotten it quick. You see how fast we're in the building? In the first like 30 seconds, you want to make sure you're getting bakery control as fast as you can. I tell this Ace is kind of peeking a risky angle. I'm using the 2x to my advantage to try to get a free kill here. But we realized there's a shield. This is where we need to use the Gon 6 in the hand. I asked Nomad to burn all 3 of his flashbangs first. That way the Gon 6 can have the most value. We take out the shield, and now the enemy defense is slowly breaking down. So now we have the shield gone. Now they can't play the window too aggressively, and we're able to have less pressure on prep now. So unfortunately, Nomad dies to a C4 from the breach, but that's okay. So right here, I should have used my boost right here. I think I was just a little bit focused on the wall, but this is a good example to get Zofia back to full HP. I realized that we can't get the wall open with Ace, so Maverick, I asked Ace and Zofia to start backstabbing VIP side, and have Maverick just make head holes so that way we can find a kill. I'm just pre-firing right here, and then eventually I get a good pick, so we're immediately at the advantage now. At the second right there, I was being patient, and I asked Maverick to make those holes. That way, it's kind of our plan B if Ace can't get the wall open. So sometimes you don't even need to get this wall open all the time, but you just need to be able to make some pressure, which is why Maverick is so good. So notice I have 2 grenades right here. So this is where I start using my grenades smartly. I miss it on the Cade, but I'm using my sound. I hear Cade. He's moving around right next to me close. He actually ended up peeking me right here, so I just throw a hard nade right there and end up killing him. So now we get the boost again. And I should have been dead a little bit ago, but these boosts have really been helping me out. And sometimes, it gives you that extra 20 HP that's able to get you winning those gunfights. So here, I'm kind of waiting for my last boost right now, and I'm telling my team that we need to start pinching the people here. So right now, we get the last boost, and this is a good example of when to boost right before you enter a fight. Here, and then we just start surrounding them, and I'm able to, we're able to have 2 pressures. So right here is a good example of the 2x. I'm able to cover, bomb, and that's kind of that round. Now that round, I just wanted to capitalize on when you should be using your utility. When boosts are a good example, especially on a pretty hard attacking site like Bakery. It requires a lot of team utility. At the beginning, I, combine my utility with my team, and overall just being able to capitalize on them not having a lot of ADSs, and I'm able to get some free grenade kills right there. Thank you guys for watching. That's going to conclude the video for the 100 hours of Finka. I really enjoyed playing her, and she's probably my favorite operator in the game right now. I see a dark future for her coming soon, just because I think she's going to get a nerf soon with her LMG and possibly taking away a context or a grenade, because right now she's able to clear more than Ash and Zofia. She's very strong right now. But let me know what you guys think about Finka in the comments below. Leave a like if this video did help you play Finka a little bit better. And I think Finka is a very easy operator. I'd say this is the easiest operator out of the whole series so far, but that doesn't mean that you can always be better with her. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe and to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.